All right, Broncos country, we are back with film studies here on the channel. We've got Bo Nix, the first of many film studies we're going to do on him. This is not going to be an all-22 film study, as you can tell, but I do have several games of Bo Nix on all-22. We are going to evaluate those in the upcoming videos. I wanted to evaluate him against a foe that's familiar to probably a lot of people in Broncos country, and that is the Colorado Buffs. The Oregon Ducks completely dominated CU in every single facet of the game, and Bo Nix played a very, very clean and efficient game in this one. I wanted to break that one down. I know this is going to be a little bit tough for some CU fans out there, but this is a good little glimpse into what the Denver Broncos are getting in their new quarterback. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the film. So this first play is going to showcase the chemistry between Troy Franklin and Bo Nix right out the gate. So we're going to have a comeback route. Here is Troy Franklin at the top of the screen. He is the #1 receiver on this play, and he's going to be running this comeback route just about a yard shy of the sticks. So he's going to be selling as if he's going deep against this off coverage for CU, and then he's going to snap it back and then work his way back to the sticks in order to get the first down. These type of completions require perfect timing and accuracy between the quarterback and the wide receiver, and this is what you would hope to see in Denver between Troy Franklin and Bo Nix. So if we go ahead and roll the clip, you'll see that Bo Nix is going to take 1, 2, 3 steps, little hitch up, winds it up, and delivers a really good ball outside. Again, this is a throw that is a little bit farther than it looks, especially when you take into account the wide hashes in college. This is actually about, 20, 30 yards here worth of air. Well, at least 15, but still. That's a really, really high degree of difficulty throw right there from Bo Nix, and it's perfectly timed to Troy Franklin. I'll let it kind of roll right here. We have to be careful with this kind of stuff because of copyright reasons, so I'll just pause it a little bit right there. And you can see, man, this is what we really are hoping for in Denver between Franklin and Nix, are these timing rhythm throws, quick completions. The chemistry is hopefully going to showcase early and often, which is why I am so endorsive of Bo Nix being the week 1 starter, because he has a security blanket in Troy Franklin where he can get these easy timing rhythm throws. And these are the layup shots in Sean Payton's offense that you just simply have to hit, man. If you can get a nice little chunk right there and move the chains on 1st down and 10, then you really can't be mad about that. You'll take that every single time. It's the old philosophy, you can't go broke taking a profit, and here you took a pretty good profit. Oregon's offense features a lot of cutesy plays, a lot of just design screens and RPOs, read options, stuff like that. Some of them are no-grade plays, most of them are, but I actually do feel like plays like this do have value to them, and you can grade plays like this because Bo Nix's decision is being taken into account. This is a good old-fashioned triple option play. So Nix can either hand it off to the running back, he can keep it himself, or he can get it to his tight end who's just going to be running across and into the flats. It's old school college offense, quite frankly. This is something that's been run for decades upon decades in college, and it's made its way into the NFL as well. I think that Sean Payton might call a little bit more of this. You'll see right here that he decides to throw it into the flat just as Jordan Dominic crashes into his face. This is not an easy throw when you have an edge rusher literally crashing right into your face like that. You have to work around that, and you can see that Bo Nix does, and then the receiver is able to turn upfield and get some pretty significant yards after catch, or the tight end, I should say. This is really simple, efficient execution of the play, which is, again, exactly what Sean Payton wants. He doesn't want a quarterback who's going to do a bunch of crazy crap off schedule like Russell Wilson thrives in. He wants somebody who, if the initial play isn't there, like if Bo wanted to initially keep this, and you can see Dominic is literally blowing that up, then this is a good ad-lib by Bo, just getting it into your tight end's hands in the flat. He's got a block outside. The tight end's able to get outside and then turn upfield for the significant yards after the catch. Simple, easy, efficient execution. I don't necessarily know if we'll see Bo Nix running a lot of triple option in Denver, but you never know. Maybe Sean Payton will look at this film and say, hey, Bo was successful with it in college. Let's implement some of that into this scheme. I could very well see Sean doing that. So if we do see Bo Nix running the triple option in Denver, I do think he can do it quite well. So this one right here is going to be a levels concept. It's a high-low read for Bo Nix, something that he's going to be doing a lot in the NFL in Sean Payton's offense. I know that this play is cut off, but you can see the number one receiver's legs right there. He's going to be running out-breaking route in the end zone. Number 2 is going to be running the out-breaking route. Actually, that's a bad drawing. He's going to be running the out-breaking route a little bit shy of the sticks right there. And it's a high-low read. I think he's reading this low to high. And his first read was there with the number 2, and he takes it. This is something that he's going to be doing a lot in the NFL, is executing these high-low reads. It's simple, efficient NFL offense. Open man, puts it on him, and you can see that, I believe that's Tez Johnson, actually his adopted brother, number 15. It sure is. He is still a little bit short of the line to gain right there, but this is really good, efficient execution by Bo Nix. First read is there. Take it all day long, and you get a nice completion, setting you up with third down and short. Easy money. We'll take that all day long. Love it, love it, love it. So here on third down and 10, we are on the edge of field goal range at the 38-yard line. College kickers, you kind of have to take that into account. So you're on the edge of field goal range on third down and 10, and Oregon decides to call a read option play. The defender crashes inside to stop the run, so Bo Nix is going to keep it himself up the middle. We've got the right guard and the right tackle pulling across, and Nix actually has a pretty good rushing lane right here, but a really nice play by this Colorado defender to come inside and trip Nix up and make him stumble forward a little bit short of the line to gain. It still puts you in a favorable position where you can either kick the field goal or you can go for it on fourth down and short. So this is a really good job by Nix, and it's also a good play by that CU defender, catching him from behind to keep him from getting the first down. But this is something that I really like to see from Bo Nix, is his mobility and his athleticism. You can call read option plays with him. You can call designed quarterback runs with him. I'll try to run this as close to real time as I can here. Again, you can run all of that kind of stuff with Bo Nix quite efficiently. So I feel like Sean Payton is a guy who hasn't really had a mobile quarterback throughout the course of his career. You could argue the most mobile quarterback he's ever had is Taysom Hill, who's a quarterback, tight end, just all-around joker player who does a little bit of everything, as we know. So if Sean Payton truly has a quarterback that he can use some of these designed runs and read option plays and RPOs, I think we'll see Sean Payton evolve a little bit more as a quarterback. Russell Wilson could do some of this stuff, but he can't do all of it. At this point in Russell Wilson's career, you don't really want to utilize him a whole lot in designed runs and read options and stuff like that. Sean did a little bit of it, certainly, but I think we're going to see even more of it with the young, fresher legs of Bo Nix and somebody who's not going to put the ball in harm's way when he does go into backyard scramble drill mode, because Bo Nix had the lowest turnover-worthy play percentage last year in college football. When he is going to go into scramble mode or design run mode, he's not going to put the ball in harm's way. He's not going to leave the ball exposed and potentially risk a fumble, which was a big issue as well with Russell Wilson last year. Bo Nix is somebody that you can safely utilize in these kind of plays. Russell Wilson was a guy that there was some dangerous Wilson, literally, when Russell Wilson would go into backyard football mode like this. So this is a designed quarterback run up the middle, I feel like, but there's an option to throw into the flats if it's there. And this is another one of those ad-lib type of plays from Bo Nix where he initially looks to run it up the gut, but 74 kind of whiffs on his block, and Jordan Dominic is right in the backfield for CU and basically has Bo Nix dead to rights right there. If Dominic's able to finish that play, Bo Nix is down on the ground. But Bo is able to spin out of Dominic's would-be sack, and he's able to just get that ball out into the flat. It's low, but his tight end is able to catch it and spin his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's a good job by Bo Nix, just being able to stay alive just for a moment and get that ball off around all of this trash right here. That's not an easy throw to make whatsoever. That's actually really impressive that Bo Nix was able to execute that play at such a high level. This is stuff that I really am looking forward to seeing in the NFL. I really am. I think that Sean Payton's looking forward to it as well, being able to open up his playbook with some of these option plays like this. It can be a little cutesy at times, but it gets the job done, and Bo Nix executes it at a high level. So why fix what's broken, or why fix what's not broken? So this is going to be another not so good one from Bo Nix. We've got a comebacker at the top of the screen here, just about a yard shy of the line to gain, and you can see that Bo Nix is just going to sail this ball. This one is not going to fly. It's decent footwork, but just puts a little too much mustard on that throw, and it goes through the hands of his receiver. Yep, just a little bit too much on that one. That had a chance to be a completion. This was one of Bo Nix's better games on the year, but he did have a couple of negative plays. This is certainly one of them. So here we got another concept that Bo Nix is going to be executing quite a bit in the NFL and Sean Payton's offense. This is called mesh. So we've got, I believe this is Troy, the number 1 receiver at the top of the screen, but I can't tell for sure. I can't see his number. He's going to be running a shallow cross, another shallow cross right here, and then hank route from the number 2, just kind of sitting over the ball right here. This is a very simple man coverage beater that is executed in literally every single NFL offense, and you just read it across, you read your 2 crossers, and if you don't like it, you come back to your hank route over the middle of the field. Simple NFL offense. And you can see right here that there's all of this space over the middle of the field for the receiver to work with. Again, I think that's Troy, but you can't tell for sure. Can't see the number. But he's got all that space, so this is wide open. And also kind of helping create natural rubs and natural picks in college football is this umpire who's in the defensive middle of the field right here. In the NFL, the umpire's back here next to the referee in the offensive backfield. So that is one difference, along with obviously the extended hashes that you're going to see from college to the NFL. But Bo reads this out correctly and puts the ball onto the crossing route. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Troy Franklin. He's able to make a nice little move right there and turn upfield and absorbs a little bit of contact and gets a first down, and probably that flag is for the contact right there. You can see that Bucky Irving's looking for it. So, yeah, man, this is really efficient, simple execution of the offense, which is exactly what Bo Nix was drafted to do here in Denver. This is what Sean Payton is looking for in a quarterback, and Bo Nix delivers exactly that. So here's another good example of the chemistry between Troy Franklin and Bo Nix. Outside release go route against press coverage on 3rd down and 2. Take your shot into the end zone, and that is exactly what Bo Nix is going to do. You can see that Franklin is able to get that outside release, one-on-one. Your guy versus my guy. And this is good ball location right there by Bo Nix. You could maybe argue he could put it out a little bit further, but that's good enough for me, man. That is well within radius of Troy Franklin to use his frame to go up and get that. Gives his guy a chance. It requires good timing and good chemistry between quarterback and receiver to execute these fades against press coverage. Bo puts the ball where it needs to be. Franklin goes up to get it. Touchdown. Hopefully this continues in Denver. So this one is another not so good play. 2nd down and 9. It's going to be an interception by Bo Nix. It's a little bit cut off, but this corner is going to come down and press the number 1. I believe that's Troy Franklin again at the bottom of the screen. It's another outside release go, but this time Bo grossly underthrows it. He needs to lay this out along the sideline to allow Franklin to catch it. This could have very easily been a completion, but Bo throws this a little bit more on a line, and that ends up getting intercepted. We got a better view of it right here. This ball needs to be laid out along the sideline instead of... Man, I don't even know what he's really seeing right there. That's just not a good play at all by Bo Nix. I think he kind of maybe got a little bit fooled by the coverage on that one. Looking at it from this angle, it's just really tough to see what he's looking at. I don't know, man. I think he got a little bit baited by the coverage on this one. Hard to tell for sure, but regardless, not a great decision at all right there from Bo Nix. Puts the ball in harm's way. That's a turnover-worthy play. Interception, no matter how you want to look at it from whatever stat line. I like turnover-worthy play percentage, and this is certainly a turnover-worthy play. Not all interceptions are. This one definitely is. However, Bo is going to atone for it with a big play. We've got a touchdown pass on a busted coverage from Colorado. It's going to be quarters coverage. These 4 guys deep. And one way to beat quarters coverage is with post routes. And we've got Troy Franklin as the number 1 receiver to the right side. He's going to be running the post route, deep post route. And right here, we've got kind of a wheel route up the sideline to create a little bit of a natural rub and hopefully get one of these defenders lost in the traffic. And that's exactly what is going to happen. The safety is going to bite on the wheel route when he needs to stay on the post. You'll see it right here. This safety's got his hips turned. He is literally biting on this wheel route. Has no clue that that post is going to hit him from behind. And by the time the safety realizes it and turns his back around, it's too late. You can see that Troy Franklin is as wide open gets. Bo Nix with a really, really good throw. You have to be accurate when these are wide-ass open like this. And Bo Nix is on time, walk-in touchdown for Troy Franklin. Busted coverage by CU all the way. More Bo Nix and Troy Franklin. Colorado is going to be in cover 3, and one way to beat cover 3 is just streaking down the seam. And Bo and Troy just find a little void in the zone. You can see all that open space in the dead part of the coverage. Bo's already hit the bottom of his drop and puts the ball on time for a nice chunk play. Again, stuff you're going to see at the NFL level all the time. Just simple little, let's see, what was the footwork on that? A little 3-stepper. Yep, little 3-step. Just hit the bottom of your drop and deliver the ball accurate and on time. Good job by Troy finding the dead zone, and good job by Bo hitting him accurately and on time, in rhythm, in structure. So here we got another one where it's just attacking the void in the zone coverage, the dead spot. This time it's the number 2 receiver in the slot on the left side. This is Tez Johnson, Bo Nix's adopted brother. Just sits down in the little dead spot. The quick, easy layup shots that you're going to have to take at the NFL level, and looks like a little bit of a face mask right there as well. Shocked we didn't see a flag come out on that. But either way, it's not going to always be that wide open in the NFL, but those easy layup shots are certainly going to be there, and Bo Nix has shown the ability to hit those pretty much 9 times out of 10. Sometimes he'll miss them, but it's not... I hate throwing Russell Wilson under the bus. I'm sorry, Russ, but Russ is hitting that maybe 6 times out of 10. Bo's hitting it 9 times out of 10. And that's a big difference maker in the Sean Payton offense. And again, a little face mask right there to boot. Simple, efficient execution. I keep preaching it, but that is what Bo Nix was drafted to do. That was why Sean Payton coveted him, because not every quarterback can execute in rhythm, on time, and in structure like this. Bo Nix can. And again, I also want to hit home. He can be utilized in the design QB run game. He's not just a pure pocket passer like Sean's original quarterback in Drew Brees was. So here, we got the running back on a little orbit. Design QB run all the way. Draw play. Bo hits his back foot. Takes it up the gut. He's got his left guard blocking in front of him. And nice little twitchiness right there. Kind of shakes off number 25 a little bit. Or actually just kind of rides the back of number 52, the left guard. Shakes and bakes a little right there on number 43. And takes her in. Bo's got some wheels. He really does. I think that Bo's athleticism is one of the most underrated elements of his game. And I'll play it in real time as little as I can right there. All right, I got to stop it so we don't get a copyright. Bo's athleticism is what really makes me compare him to guys like Brock Purdy. Yes, he may be a one read and run quarterback, but if he can execute that efficiently and at a high level, we've seen guys like Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts be MVP candidates last year. I don't see any reason at all why Bo Nix can't continue that trend. I don't. And then the last one we got right here is one that Bo Nix executed well, but the receiver did not. They were trying to pour it on Colorado, try to get another touchdown, make it 49-0. Little RPO glance route. 5-step slant, and Bo puts it on number 17 right there, who just gets alligator arms and drops it. That's good. That's a good job by Bo. That's a good ball, but that's got to be a catch. That simply has to be a catch. The receiver literally extends his arms and flops him out, essentially. That's a really, really bad job by number 17 right there. That should have been another touchdown pass for Bo Nix. He was cooking in this game. Oregon absolutely smothered Colorado in all 3 facets of the game in this one, and Bo Nix was asked to execute the simple, efficient stuff, hit the layup shots that were there. Again, we edited out a lot of the screen passes, a lot of the cutesy stuff that you're not going to really see at the NFL level, the no-grade plays. These were all the plays that I felt were grade-worthy, and I thought Bo Nix played a pretty solid game against Colorado. Alright guys, this is going to be the first of many Bo Nix film studies. I wanted to get a familiar foe out of the way first. I have a few games of Bo Nix on all 22, and those are going to be the ones that we'll dive into next. Alright guys, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel, and I'm curious, what is your projected stat line for Bo Nix in 2024? Drop those comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. Alright guys, and until next time, I'm your host Gage Madrid, saying peace out.